Welcome to the Three Moons, Three Souls podcast with host Jacqueline Burke. Today's special guest is Bonnie Supernant.
Welcome, Bonnie, back to the podcast. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. And how are you?
Oh, good. It's so nice to talk to you again. I've been waiting and
Yeah.
waiting since as soon as the podcast ended, when we did the interview, I was waiting to do another interview with you.
Yeah,
Since
I just
then,
find, yeah, the last podcast too, really opened up a lot of things for me and other people as well. So I want to thank you
oh,
for having me do this podcast and being part of the team.
oh, thank you. It's a pleasure to have you, Bonnie. So today, what I thought we would do is now I explained to you a little bit earlier, but I'm going to explain to our listeners that on TikTok, the Madonna song Live to Tell has been floating around, and it just takes me back to the 80s as it's intended to do. So I'd love to ask you a couple questions from our generation and just touch base on some memories. Is that all good?
Yeah, that's all good.
Perfect. So let's start with this one. I found this on the internet, so it just kind of ring true. What was the most awkward yet fashionable outfit or piece of clothing you wore in the 80s?
I'm gonna say leg warmers,
Oh,
the leg warmers.
yeah,
I thought they were different, but I loved them.
yeah,
Um, yeah, the leg warmers was, I think, yeah, came right to my head was the leg warmers
yeah. Did you have the matching headband?
and the headband.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the headband. Yeah.
Also, what would they call it? Jazzercise or whatever. Um, Outfits come to my mind, that were popular. Yeah, a whole bunch of those. Oh my gosh. I tell you, just thinking back to the leg warmers is amazing.
Yeah. And I found back to the 80s too, the zipper jeans. I had the
Oh,
pair of zippers that went down all the sides, and then I had a pair that went around the waist through the crotch up to the backside.
oh, you're
I had a pair of those. They were all mine though.
oh,
So at first when I seen them, I thought they'd be weird, but they were just like a pair of shorts,
yeah,
it all lined, and then you just zip it up,
yeah.
right?
Oh man. Wow, that takes me back. I mean, there was the acid wash, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
the
remember a lot
stonewash
of that. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, and
and
there
the
was
windbreakers.
yeah,
Windbreakers was another one too, is and the track suits.
yeah. Oh yeah. There's a
Yeah, the
lot of
track.
neon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
And neon colors too, right? I think there
yeah,
was a lot of more neon colors back then too.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
Oh, shoulder pads.
Yeah, shoulder pads is another one. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man. Okay. So the next question, um, so what 80s song always makes you want to dance?
Journey.
Oh,
I believe that was back in the 80s.
yeah.
Could be wrong, but Don't Stop Believing.
Ah,
That was another good one. Starship Enterprise too.
yeah. Okay.
Uh, yeah, there's a couple. Trooper.
Oh, yeah.
Um, yeah, there's so many different songs that back in the 80s, like Huey Lewis and the band.
Oh, yeah.
Um, ABBA, like yeah, like lots of like they go a little bit further back, but
Yeah.
they were still popular in that time as they are now. But yeah,
Yeah. Oh, man. I often think of Thriller for whatever reason.
yes,
Michael
yeah, that
Jackson.
was a big one back then, back in the 80s was yeah, Michael Jackson's The Thriller. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember being so sick, and my cousin came to the house and said, "Here, you got to listen to this." And she pops in the VHS, and it's the Thriller video. I'm sick as a dog, but she made me get up and start practicing the dance like what they were doing on the video.
Yeah, I thought that was one of the most amazing ones too, was the Thriller. The video for that was it blew me away. I was so intrigued with that.
Yeah, the choreography was amazing and the makeup.
Yes, the makeup was another big thing too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now this is a little fun one that I found. What 80s movie quote do you use in everyday conversation or had you used in everyday conversation back then? Like just a one-liner.
One liner. I would say, oh Jesus. That is a good
I
question.
know, isn't it? Makes you
That
think.
is a good one. Eh, and the good thing about this, like, I think it's part of the healing modality is we're sitting here doing this is it's taken me back. At first, when we started, I wanted to go back to past the 80s to when I was a younger child. So it's almost like
Ah,
regrouping me and pulling me back to the 80s, right?
yeah.
And so yeah, the one liner, I don't know. I'll be back.
Yes, Arnold.
I'll be back. Yes, Arnold. Yeah, I'll be back. And here
Yeah,
I am. I am back.
yeah,
So I think that was a great line too, because I think it was very popular back then, and it still is too. But yeah, I'll be back.
yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, that is still popular. You hear that a lot still, huh? I
Yeah,
remember,
sure.
I remember, like I wasn't much into The Simpsons, but I remember all the guys in school used to always walk around and say, "Eat my shorts," and I was, like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a good one too, right?
Yeah,
Very different, but it was very catchy as well. Made you stop and think. And what
yeah,
did you say?
yeah, yeah. Well, there's absolutely, I think it's very healthy to go back and, just walk down memory lane a little bit, you know, um, and be grateful. And that's what brings us to our next group of questions is all about gratitude. So, and which I feel is important to share, with our listeners, how we can find gratitude in every day. So I have
Yeah,
some questions for you.
okay.
Okay, so what is one thing you're grateful for right now?
My breath, my
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
That is my number one. And I'm just so grateful through all the struggles and things I went through my life that I fought through it. And my breath was there to keep me going.
yeah. That's so important to remember, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Can you expand a little bit more on um, like going through a little bit of troubled times or whatever, how important it is, to watch your breath and to, you know, make sure you're not holding your breath per se.
Yeah, going through like everybody else in their life too, there could be divorces, there could be, felt times when I felt I was failing as a mom, but different things that would come up in my life. I was so grateful at the times where I didn't run and that I had the breath to keep on running, but coming back to the home base.
Yeah.
It's like almost like checking out. Let's see. Well, I'm very grateful, even from the store. When I owned the store, me and my daughter owned that store, Divine Crystals. It was a huge thing. Very grateful. I didn't see it then, but when we shut down, after having it for 9.5 years,
Yeah.
I'm very grateful now that it worked out the way that it did because we no longer have the store, but we still have the page. We still do
Yeah.
some stuff on it. That I didn't close everything out. And thank God that my daughter, she was one to really encourage me and to stay, keep the page, keep that. Like it felt like at that time we were just losing everything. Um, so yeah, being grateful for that was a big, huge part of our lives, of my life, going through that. So I'm forever grateful for all the learning experiences and the stuff um, that we learned from other people and learning to help heal them and as they healed us. So it
Yeah.
was like a return back and forth.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful, Bonnie.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
What a beautiful, you have such a beautiful way of expressing yourself, and your feelings. Yeah. It, it, I find myself just listening and actually watching you breathe as you're talking. So you're not just saying that, you know, I'm hearing it. And for me, I get to see that. So I'm appreciative of that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Um, okay, so how have you recently experienced a sense of joy or wonder?
With the new people that I've met in my life and in my journey, um, I'm just forever grateful for them because, again, they showed me different ways, and it pulled me out of old patterns, old ways of thinking, looking at the bigger picture of things. Um, yeah, just the new people that I have become friends with,
Yeah,
and making those connections with them and being brave and just keep on going, getting past the fear of those inner child wounds that I had to overcome, to get to where I'm at now.
yeah.
I am just forever grateful, like for you, like
Okay.
for many people in my lives where without you guys, it wouldn't have changed my life, right?
Yeah,
And the people that pushed me and said, I'm proud of you, keep going. And in the inside, I was very nervous, very scared,
yeah,
but it was something that I wanted to do, but did never believed in it, I guess, that it would ever be possible to be doing what I'm doing now.
yeah. Oh, wow. Well, I'm ex very grateful for you. I am. I,
Thank
I,
you.
I've learned a lot through you, that you probably don't even realize. So I appreciate that. Um, so who has been a source of strength? I know you touched base on your new friends, or support for you lately.
Lately, am I allowed to say their name on here?
Sure, if you want to.
Okay. Vicki Miller.
Ah,
Um, she's really pushed me and helped me see the light even brighter of overcoming fears, even with my job.
okay.
Um, she's a proud supporter and very kind and very patient to help me expand. And because I was in one direction and I didn't think I'd be good enough to do another thing outside of the box of what I did.
Okay.
So I'm very grateful for her. Like she's been a number one supporter. And then there is a couple other people. I don't know if I'll say their name, but
Okay.
they'll know who
Who
they
they
are
are.
as I'm speaking about them. Um, just cheering me on and not to give up and being there when I need them, um, has been huge, um, so huge in my life that they don't know the impact.
That's okay. You could. That's okay. It's
Um,
important.
the impact that they brought to my life now
Yeah.
and the journey that I'm taking now is so much brighter and so I have so much belief and believing in God and the creator and my team, my guides, my angels. And because there was times I did want to give up. I wanted to walk away.
Yeah.
Um, but those people, and they know who they are, um, just brought so much joy and love. And courage and strength into my life um, throughout the last couple years. And it's been totally amazing as I was shaking and vibrating because I've never experienced what I went through before. So it was all new to me.
Yeah.
Um, but having that support team was it's been so amazing. Like I am just so grateful and they've touched my heart and I really hope that I've touched their heart
Oh,
um as I go through this journey, with them and their support.
oh, that's so nice. Oh, well, they're lucky to have you in their lives too, Bonnie. You know, you got
Yeah,
complete balance there, I believe. I'm very happy for you. They are your angels. They really are.
definitely. They've
Yeah.
brought a lot of alignment into my life, that's for sure.
That's good. Well, that's fantastic. A big shout out to them. And, that it's just so nice to hear you happy, happy, happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything right now at this time, this moment. I'm gonna keep on trucking.
Yeah. Okay. So who are you grateful to have in your life now? And this can go back to your past that is still in your life now, and why? So we want to kind of visit, um, you know, people that are still, part of our lives, but have been there from day one.
Um, with that, I will say I'm very grateful and thankful for my ex-husband. Um, I've learned a lot. He taught me a lot, healing on both parts, learning about um, life lessons,
Yeah.
um, and my children, Aber and Skylar, like seeing them grow and seeing the journey they are on now and how um, they are growing and expanding too with the big changes that have happened in our lives.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just forever grateful for them too. They've just made me very proud, and when I see that growth in them and in myself as well, it just brings that smile back to the drawing board again. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Oh, that's
so,
fantastic. At the time, we don't often think we're going to thank an ex-spouse, right?
yeah.
But, without them, we wouldn't have certain experiences to help our growth and our wisdom.
Well, and that's the thing too with that too, and learning and understanding about our life's journey, family trauma, um, like all that stuff, because life doesn't come with that owner's manual, and it's a lot of times people try and follow society and follow all that their experiences, and they're not honoring their truth. Is where I kind of got hung up, and I needed to be honored. I needed to honor myself, and it's, one time in the store, my son, I'm just going to use this as an example. He come in and like he's over 6 feet tall. I'm like just over 5 feet. And he had spiked hair. He had a vest on and stuff like that. And um, he came in one day and people were looking like, that's your son. Like they were blown away. Like he's got spiked hair. He's got that. And I was very proud of him. And then one day we were having a conversation and we kind of had this little tiff and he said to me, Mom, you better practice what you preach.
Oh,
Opened up my eyes big time,
yeah.
right? So that's where all these changes needed to come in
Yeah.
um on my life. They needed to because he was right.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes our children can be right. You know,
Yeah,
yeah. They get their experiences, and sometimes combining our knowledge with each other is important, right?
I agree with that for
Yeah.
sure.
Um, so what is one thing you're looking forward to for your future?
Doing more podcasts,
Oh, yeah.
more podcasts, talking on stage about power of the mind, like a combination of um, the human and why we're here and our life experiences and learning about how the body can heal, knowing that we're just not human. We are a source of energy that is flowing through our body, that's operating our computer and operating our heart. Um, just talking about more about those things and educating people about forgiveness is another huge thing.
Yeah.
Leaving your past in the past.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what kind of trauma you have, it is doable.
Yeah.
And that's where they need to believe in themselves. And forgiveness, and speaking your truth and connecting. I think the most powerful thing too out of it is finding out who you are and believing in yourself,
Yeah.
even if it hurts. And
Yeah.
what to do with that pain when you have it is transmute it. Don't put it on anybody. Transmute it, breathe it away, and let the universe look after it.
Oh, yeah. Leave it up to the universe. That has been a one thing I've been focusing on lately too. And that's such good advice, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no payoff on holding it because all it does is keep you stuck in the past, and we want to be in the now so we can move and keep building our future.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people ask me, what about my future? And I'm just like, right now, this is the future. We are living some of the future because we both manifested this.
Yeah.
So, right, we're in the now moments, but it's part of our future as well as we're going through the process of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's amazing. Like, yeah, when you think about it, I've learned a lot over the last year about like letting go and giving it up to the universe and you know with wonderful intentions and you know what I mean and just letting life live, if that makes sense.
Totally, 100%. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a blessing, really. You know, just to
yeah,
have that, you remove a lot of anxiety too.
yeah. And knowing your strength and your courage and making those dreams manifest too is, it's got to start somewhere, and it starts with you.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Bonnie. Um, okay. So I have just two more questions for you.
Okay.
What makes you feel hopeful and optimistic about your future? Like, say, speaking on stage.
That I can do
Yeah.
it. And um, that I have great connections all the way around me. And my clients, the clientele, the people that I know and that trust and believe in me, um, keeps me wanting to do more and more about it. And I'm going to remain hopeful through it all the way.
Yeah.
Um, there is times where it's just like it's easy to say no, mate, too good to be true. No,
Yeah.
no, and it's right plainly right in your face.
Hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm like sometimes I'm gonna say I'm learning to get better, but I'm a procrastinator. So when I take the word procrastinating and not doing or not believing. Like they're so different on different levels, right? That's where I need to say, Bonnie, you manifested this.
Yeah.
You need to keep on going because what do you got to lose?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
do you have to gain?
Oh, yeah.
And what's the payoff? Happier life,
Yeah.
more people, helping more people. So the payoff, and that's where I find that it's very important because a lot of what people will put that over. They just see dollar signs,
Yeah.
whereas I want to heal. I want to show love, and I want to be grateful. I want to be kind. I want to help you with on your journey as you go. I'm going to learn from your experience as well. So um, it's a give, but it's a
Yeah.
take, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What an awesome journey. When you were talking about that, I got the goosebumps. Okay. So how can you help others spread gratitude in your community? Now that's our the last question I'm going to ask because I think that's going to open up a whole line of communication and talk and ideas.
Yeah, with that, how can I help? I'm being there, being supportive,
Yeah,
knowing that I'm not going to judge them,
right.
um, is a huge thing because a lot of people won't open up because right away, because of their past or what's going on in their life, they're right away assume they're going to be judged because a lot of people they have been judged.
Yeah,
Um, as myself being judged in some of my past life stuff, I know what it feels like. I know the hurt, I know the pain, and it doesn't feel nice. So I don't want to leave people with that.
right.
I want to help them know that anything is possible. Miracles happen all the time. It takes that 1 second, that one moment for your whole life to change
Yeah,
by even words that we say or we speak, and having that support system and knowing that we're all connected, we're all one
yeah,
is very powerful. I believe it's very, very powerful. It's like the heartbeat. We all have that. It's the rhythm of the heartbeat. Um, and helping them with their careers or believing in some of the stuff that they manifested, and let them and show them. Sometimes you do need to take somebody by the hand and just say, like, this is doable. Let's sit down for 20 minutes,
yeah,
get that paint board out. Let's be
yeah.
creative and you'll blow your mind. I've never done a painting in my life. And when we owned the store, we had a paint night there. I couldn't believe that I could paint. It was like I was in a whole different world, and I thought I would just focus. To me, I thought it was amazing. Other people think, "Wow," but to me, it brought out so many creative ideas, and knowing that I could do it, I could paint.
Yeah,
Um, so it doesn't matter what it would be, if it's painting or drawing, singing, just having that faith and that courage that it can be done. And you don't know unless you try it. And that's the big thing where people get hung up. They're too afraid to try it.
yeah.
But if they step outside of that box and just try it once, feel what it feels like,
Oh yeah,
see that change where it makes your whole demeanor, it just feels so nice.
yeah. Oh yeah. And it's just that the fear is battling that fear.
Yeah. And that fear, and that all comes back, from, childhood all the way through, um, into your teen years, into marriages, all the way through is, you don't think, or you're not worthy of yourself if you have no self-love. How can you love somebody if you can't love yourself? We can say it, but, and then we put that mask on, right? But truly, when you love yourself, that fear goes away.
Yeah,
And I find that so powerful. It's, um, yeah. And another quote I always say is, hurt people hurt people.
yeah,
That's why that cycle goes on and on and on. And jealousy and deceit, like all that stuff,
yeah,
it goes on and on. And then they get into a point where if they've done it once, they figure, well, it felt good, not happy about it, or the addictions come in. There's so many different things that wrap up in it, um, that keep that cycle going.
yeah,
So, but I always say if we can move to the positive side in it, that's where the focus point should be.
yeah,
Because if we're always focusing on being hung up in the past, oh, I did this, and not overcoming that stuff, knowing that stuff's done, it cannot harm you, it is done,
yeah,
and moving into the now moments.
yeah.
If, yeah,
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. Just getting past all that and focusing on the positive and like having some faith. Yeah.
faith is very important. Yeah, exactly. Having that faith, and the number one is believing in yourself. It's just, and stop worrying what other people think. That's a huge one, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Or letting them down, or, if they're going to drop out of your life, and it's not a forever thing. Why is life called a journey?
yeah.
They're put in our lives for certain periods of our life,
Yeah. Oh,
and people get hung on to it and they hang on to that. And it's just like, let go of it, just see what you can do.
yeah,
Allow new people to come in, get off that hamster wheel, try something different.
absolutely. Yeah. Time for change.
Huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking that risk, and you know, that taking that risk will really shows other people too, that it is doable, and not to be afraid of that change. And people will say, well, you've changed. And I'm just like, thank God I did, right? Because I'm not on that hamster wheel.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that same old thing where I'm getting out into the world and experience different things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, congratulations, Bonnie. I'm so
Well,
proud of you. You
thank
know,
you so much.
yeah, you have a glow about you. I know people can hear your glow. It's amazing. I'm so glad you came back to talk to us, and I definitely want to have you back again.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a story that continues to be told with you, and it's
Yeah.
important, right?
Yes. And we want to change people's lives too for the
Yeah,
better, right? We want to
absolutely.
help everyone. And that's the name. We're all connected. We're all one. Let's, do work together as a team.
Yeah, that's a great way to sign off, work together as a team. Well, thank you, Bonnie. I appreciate you being here.
Yes. And thank you so much. And I'm truly honored and blessed to be on here.
Oh, thank you. Okay, you have a nice day.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you for joining us at the Three Moons, Three Souls podcast.